Hi everyone. So I have jumped on here last minute. I'm actually back at my house. If you guys have been doing these classes since the beginning of JFlow, you might notice the background. I was actually at the other place where I usually teach, and got there and there was no power and the phone was dying and all kinds of things. So I raced back to be with you all. So yeah, I think if you guys are ready, I'm ready. You're not going to need much for your session today, just yourself and your mat. And yeah, welcome everyone. Pop on here. Let me know if you're here already before me. Sorry about that again, guys. But yeah, welcome everyone. I see a few names on here that I know. So welcome everyone. I think let's get started. Cool, guys. So we're actually just going to start standing like we did on Tuesday. So you can come to stand. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Take a nice loop of your shoulders and then just reach your arms out side to side. You can close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. A big sigh out. And again, a deep breath in. And a big sigh out. And then just ground your energy, whatever it took for you to get through this week, perhaps to get through this day, or like me, to get through the last 30 minutes. Just let that go. Maybe take a little shake in your body as you just shake it out. Take a nice exhale. And then we'll move into the practice. And so gently opening your eyes. Taking a full reach up, high mountain. As you inhale, stretch your arms above your head. Go full stretch. Nice. And then exhale, simply bring the top row of teeth back parallel to the floor and arms down. 2 more like that. Inhaling, lift up, reach up. And exhaling, arms back down. Last one here. Inhale, draw the arms up, look up, take a full stretch. Nice. And release the arms down. All right, you're going to bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, and then start to roll your shoulder caps back. So you're getting a little bit of a stretch through the shoulders. And at the same time, like we did on Tuesday, bring your weight onto your left leg, draw your right knee up. And then holding your balance and opening your shoulders, you're just going to do a few hip rolls. So nice, full, deep breaths. Next time your knee comes to your chest, pause and change direction. So take that knee back. Wake up your outer glutes as you bring the leg around and forward. Wake up the abdominals. Let's do 2 more rounds. Nice. And then lower your right foot down. Soften everything. Reach both arms up. Full breath in. And then again, bring your hands behind you. Second interlace. So again, interlacing your fingers, but make sure you take the opposite clasp of the hands. Roll the shoulders back, open up the chest, weight into right leg, left knee to chest. Nice. Activating to the core. So your abdominals are drawing backwards. There's almost like a feeling of your pelvic floor drawing upwards. And your face is really relaxed and your breath is flowing. Nice. Change direction. And so when it comes to standing balances like this, remember that your head is very heavy. So if you're going to look forward and kind of have your head forward, you're going to draw yourself off balance. So try stack the crown of the head above your tailbone. Nice. Draw left knee up. Release left foot down. Release the hands. Take a little loop of the shoulders. I'm just going to show this to you from the side. We're all going to go up, inhale. Sit nice and deep in your chair pose. All right, so now I'm sitting with my weight in my heels. My arms are straight in front of me. From here, I'm going to sit down as far as I can. Try and bring my thighs parallel to the floor. And then try bring my torso parallel to the floor. Nice. Release your hands down and then come into a forward fold. So you're pretty much staying as you are. You're just allowing the legs to straighten out a little more. Head is nice and soft. Lower belly draws in. You can close your eyes here. Maybe take a little bend and stretch into the opposite legs. So nice. Just to let all the fluids kind of run in and around the eyes and the brain, the ears, the glands around the jaw. We'll stay for a few more breaths. If at any time you feel dizzy or nauseous in an inversion, then you'll come out, of course. You could just come into a halfway lift. Otherwise, if you're really loving it, so nice just to feel the skin across your face and your scalp relax. Nice. Let's bend our knees quite a lot, almost until you feel your glutes activate. And then from there, from the bottom to the top, you're going to stack your vertebrae, roll your spine all the way up to stand. Remember, it's your shoulders and your head last to come up. If you were in class on Tuesday, you'll know this little balance sequence that we did. So we're going to place weight onto left foot, hands to heart, right knee to chest. Take a pendulum forward with the torso forward. Extend your right leg back. You could have a bend in your left knee here just to help with balance. Extend both arms forward. And then take both arms back behind you for airplane pose. Fly high in July. Come all the way up, crown of the head up, right knee to chest. And then ground that right foot kind of to our starting position where our feet are parallel. We take it to the other side. Weight into right leg, left knee to chest. And then take the torso forward, take that left leg back. Let your head carry itself and level off your pelvis, right? So inner left thigh is rolling up to the ceiling. Extend your arms forward and then take them back, airplane pose. Nice, bend right knee, bend left knee, come up to stand. And then ground left foot, sit down into your chair again, draw both arms up. Deepen your breaths. And then you'll fold yourself forward, tucking the chin and just allowing the whole back line to release. So you can bring your hands behind your calf muscles, your knees, your hamstrings now, and just give your legs a little bit of a rub out. So just rubbing out the buttocks, rubbing out the hamstrings, the back of the knees, the calf muscles. You can come around the front of the shins and the ankles, the knee joints. Nice. Release your hands down. Bend your knees to activate your glutes. Suck your lower belly in and roll all the way up to stand. We'll move that with the breath. Right knee to chest, inhale. Pendulum forward. Exhale. Extend your arms forward. Inhale. And aeroplane pose, fingertips back. Exhale. Come all the way back up. Inhale. And ground your right foot. Exhale. Nice. To the left. Left knee to chest. Inhale. Focus now. Pendulum. Exhale. Take a long breath in as you extend your arms forward. And then send them back for aeroplane. Exhale. Left knee in chest, full breath in. And then back to center ground. Exhale. Good job. Chair pose. Inhale. Reach the arms up. And then forward fold. Exhale. Nice, everyone. Halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Bend the knees. Tuck the tailbone. Inhale. Roll your spine up. Loop the shoulders. One more round. Let it become like a moving meditation. Inhale. Right knee to chest. Hands to heart. Warrior 3 shape. Exhale. Full warrior 3. Extend arms. Inhale. And then aeroplane pose. Exhale. Right knee to chest. Inhale. Ground right foot. Exhale. Center yourself. Inhale. Left knee to chest. Exhale. Warrior 3. Inhale. Full warrior. Extend your arms. You can do it. And then airplane is your exhale. Draw your belly in as you draw your left knee to chest. Inhale. Ground that left foot. Exhale. Center. Arms up. Inhale. Sit into your chair. And then fold forward. Exhale to stay. And again, we just stay here for a few breaths. You could close your eyes. You could sway a little side to side. Just offer your body some movement. You bend and stretch into the knees. Really feel into your legs now. Feel into the lowest part of your belly. Beautiful. And then we'll roll up. So bend the knees to roll the spine all the way up and loop the shoulders. So if you're not kind of towards the front of your mat, walk yourself towards the front of your mat now and bring your hands to touch. Release both hands down, center yourself, draw your abdominals back, take a full breath in, reach your arms up, your big toes are touching, and then fold yourself forward, tucking your chin. Halfway lift like we just did. Bend your knees as much as you need to place your palms down to step into a high plank. Nice. So I'm not letting my bum pop up. I'm not letting it kind of dip down. I'm trying to have this nice long line from the crown of my head to my tailbone. Squeeze your thigh muscles. One more breath. Nice. Place your knees down. Let them touch. Place the tops of your feet down. Let the big toes touch. And then you'll sit yourself back onto your heels. If you'd like, you could place a cushion in between the heels and the buttocks. Reach both arms forward for a moment and then soften your head down. All right, we're going to bring our hands onto our back. So the space between your rib cage and your hips. This is where our kidneys sit. And on top of our kidneys are our adrenal glands. Right? So a lot of us having to give off a lot of adrenaline at the moment. Stress, anxiety, a lot of things going on. So just place your hands here and take a few deep breaths into this area. So if you think about, perhaps like when you knock your elbow or your knee, the first thing you want to do is hold it or rub it. So this is that same kind of feeling. You're just nourishing the area and you're trying to settle the vibration. You're just trying to tell your body that it's safe, it doesn't have to be in overdrive, it doesn't have to be releasing stress hormones. And that, of course, is a major win for our immune systems. Nice. And then you'll slide your hands forward to bring yourself onto all fours. Separate your knees to be hip distance apart. And then bring your elbows down onto the mat. So my outer elbows are now in line with my outer shoulders. I'm going to interlace my fingers. I'm going to bring my bottom pinky to kind of like the inside of my hands and press the outer blades of my hands and my arms down into the floor. I'm rounding slightly through the upper back. And then I'm going to tuck my toes and move into what we call dolphin pose. So it's like a downward dog, but on my forearms. So I'm going to press down into my elbows, and I'm going to lift my hips. I am not on my head. Nice. Keep your thighs nice and strong. Press firmly into your arms. And maybe you walk your feet a little closer. Wake up your thighs. Beautiful. Walk your feet back into a forearm plank. So now our toes are tucked under. Our abdominals are nice and active. We're pressing through our arms. Okay, release your hands to bring both hands flat on your mat. Slide your right hand a little across to the left as you roll onto the outer blade of your right foot. Find your balance and extend your left arm up. Don't collapse in this right shoulder. You're pressing firmly down to lift up. And we'll switch. Come back to center. Take left arm over or left hand to the right. Outer blade of left foot. Raise right arm up. Nice. Look down. Come back forward. Stay with me. Interlace your fingers again. Second interlace. Walk your feet back. Find your dolphin pose. And then lower your knees down. Good job, everyone. Bring your big toes to touch and take your knees nice and wide. Wide knee child's pose this time to sit your buttocks to your heels. Separate your hands. Again, you could have a cushion underneath your buttocks here if the flexion in the knees becomes too intense. And then you'll just gently rest your forehead to the mat. Ground yourself, ground your breath. Okay, bring yourself back up onto all fours. Bring your knees under your hips and your wrists under your shoulders. Make sure that whenever you're on your hands, you are, can you see me? I know my black clothes is not the best for this background. Sorry, guys. Thanks for dealing with us. Your palm needs to be spread. And you want to put pressure on the four corners of the hands as well as all 10 of your fingerprints so that becomes the foundation, right? So a lot of the time when we start off with a yoga practice, we end up hurting our wrists because we end up dumping in the back of the wrist. And notice if the knuckle of your index finger is lifting away from the mat. Press all four corners down. Same thing as we did earlier. Press away from the floor. Take a little rounding through the back. My toes are tucked under. And then I'm going to activate my core. I'm going to hover my knees just above the mat. I'm going to deepen my breath. I'm going to notice what part of my hand is lifting off the mat. And then press into your fingertips. Nice. Press them down. And then we're going to move into a nice bent knee down dog. So release back and up. Allow the head to soften. Deepen your breath. Nice, everyone. Okay, stay with me. Last little bit of work on our hands and our arms. Okay, so focus. Don't hold your breath. Look forward. Walk yourself into a high plank. Okay, I know you guys do this all the time. You're going to turn your right fingers out to the side and then roll onto the outer blade of your right foot to find a plank pose. All right? If that feels a little too strong, to hold here, then lift your left foot up and simply place it in front to support you in a supported side plank. But otherwise, both feet are stacking and right arm is reaching up. Beautiful. Look down to your hands. Come back into your high plank. And then we'll move to the other side. So my left fingertips moving out to the left. I'm rolling onto the outer blade of my left foot so you can see what it looks like from behind now. Reaching my top arm up. My left side body is moving away from the floor. My abdominals are drawing back. And then I'm going to look down and bring both hands to the floor. Nice. Lower your knees. And then again, sit back in a little child's pose. But this time, you could wrap your arms all the way around to behind your heels. Let the breath weave in and out through the lungs. So nice. Bring your hands back forward. Come onto your knees. Tuck your toes under and find a downward facing dog. So maybe now your heels start to ground a little more. As you draw your kneecaps up, squeeze your thigh muscles onto the thigh bones. Let your heart melt down. Let your outer shoulders wrap away from the ears and inner shoulders wrap forward. Draw your rib cage slightly back and deepen your breath. Beautiful. Everyone look forward and then just start to walk your feet forward. You could come onto your fingertips to the top of your mat. Big toes to touch. Take a little halfway lift. And take a forward fold. Bend your knees and slowly roll your spine all the way up to stand. And loop shoulders up, back, and down. Let's take a nice stretch out in the body again as you reach your arms up. And then let's fold through our midline, nice and balanced. Draw the belly in, forward fold, Uttanasana. And we'll take a halfway lift. Let's take your left leg way back, come into a nice long lunge. My back knee is off the ground. My front knee is stacked above my front ankle so that I can use my core to float myself up into a high lunge. First, both my hips are facing forward, so this left glute is nice and active. And then we'll open to warrior two. So swivel your left heel to the midline of your mat. So now your back foot is parallel with the short edge of your mat. And your front foot is parallel with the long edge of your mat. Warrior two. We're not going to stay here for too long. Straighten out your front leg. And then we'll move to triangle pose as a transition. So send your hips to the left. Take your right arm forward, 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 forward until you can't anymore. And then bring your right hand to your shin and let your left palm reach up. Feel how I'm opening that left side of the chest. And then like we did in those side planks, feel for the abdominals helping here. Left hand to hip. All right, so all the prep work we've done leads us to this final balance, guys. So half moon balance is pretty much this pose, triangle pose, but on its side. So you're going to bend in your right leg, start to shuffle your back foot a little closer so that you can bring your right hand a little forward of your right foot and a little out to the side. Then when you find your balance, start to lift your left foot off the floor. You could keep your standing leg bent. But I'm trying to open up my hips here, right? My left leg is strong and straight. My left ankle is flexed. If you can hold your balance here, open all the way up. So open the left side of your chest up. And then an extra little challenge, guys, because we've done so much core stability work, is if you can, hold your balance. And if I can hold my balance, and then you'll bring your right hand half prayer to the heart. Hold one more breath. Nice. Lower right hand down. Step left foot down. Come into your reverse triangle. So 2 straight legs. Left hand down. Right arm up and back. And then we'll windmill all the way down to lunge across our right foot. Walking to the left. So to take it to the other side, walk all the way over to your left. Find that nice long lunge. Stack your left knee above your left ankle. Draw your core tight inwards so that you can lift your torso up. Squeeze your right buttocks. Deepen your breath. Nice. Warrior 2. So remember, that's this kind of opening of the hips. And so that you got a heel to heel alignment. Your right foot is now parallel to the short edge of your mat. Your front foot is parallel to the long edge of your mat. And you're squeezing this right thigh really nice and tight. Triangle pose. Straightening out your left leg. Send your hips to the right. Send your left arm forward, 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 forward. And then left hand to shin. Revolve your right rib cage open. Strong straight front leg, but don't lock out your left knee. Nice. And then you'll bring right hand to hip, preparing for our half moon balance. Look forward, quite a bit forward in front of you. Bend in your left leg, take your hand forward and wider of your left foot. Shimmy that right foot a little closer until you find your balance. You can start to reach it up. Try not to have it too far to the right or too far behind you. You'll make yourself off balance. When you find your balance there, right arm can open. So you're trying to open the right side of the chest. And if you can hold your balance here, left hand to heart. Nice. What a beautiful pose, everyone. Nice. Left hand down. Step yourself back. Come all the way up. Right hand slides down the right thigh. Left palm flips up. Reverse your triangle. Stretch it open. Should feel quite nice. And then we'll windmill all the way down. Good job, everyone. Come back into a lunge. Let's walk ourselves forward to face forward for our wide-legged forward fold. So our toes are going to be facing forward. Our heels are slightly out to the side. You lengthening your chest forward, and then whenever you're ready, you can even have your hands onto your calf muscles or onto your ankles or heels as you fold yourself down. Wake up the front of your legs. And see if you can tilt your pelvis forward just a little more. Relax around the shoulders and the neck. So nice. Come up into a halfway lift. And then you're going to heel toe the feet a little closer together. Come to sit in a squat. So your toes are turned out. Your heels are slightly in. And bring your hands to your heart. All right, we're going to move a little side to side. So bringing your right hand behind you, twist to your right, hook your left elbow over your right thigh and look to the right. And then look forward, sweep your arms across, left hand behind you, right arm to hook over, looking over your left shoulder. Beautiful. Keep going. 4 more to each side. So you're just going to hook over. Keep going like that. Move a little side to side. I just need to get my bone plugs in here, but keep going. So keep going to the right and then to the left. Feeling into the ankles, feeling into your hips, and nice full deep breaths, guys. Keep the deep breaths going. Finish off all those few rounds. No cheating. So nice. Keep going. And then when you finish all 4 rounds going side to side, we'll meet back in center. Bring yourself to sit down onto your buttocks. Butterfly pose. Bring the soles of the feet together. Bring your hands around the toes. Lift up through your chest. And then you'll hug your elbows in and back to allow yourself to fold forward and down. Now really let yourself soften into the shape. Holding here a few more breaths. And then let's bring ourselves up. Janu Shirshasana. So we'll extend our right leg forward. Draw the sole of your left foot into the inner right thigh. You could have this right knee a little bent. And you could have a cushion underneath your left knee. Let's draw both arms up. Ground both sit bones. And then bring your belly to your thigh first. Then allow yourself to fold down. So what's quite nice about having this right knee bent sometimes is that you can rest your forehead on your knee. Alright, but getting the head down is the final kind of step. You want to bring your belly to your thigh, take yourself as far forward as you can, and then soften down. Make sure your shoulders are level, so roll your left shoulder down a little bit. See if you can maybe straighten out your right leg a little more. See if you can relax your shoulders and your face a little more. Nice. Let's come up. And then we'll simply switch. Extend your left leg forward. Sole the right foot in the left thigh. Switch your cushion if you'd like it under the other buttock. Left knee can be bent. Let's all have our arms up first, just so you feel a nice grounding through both buttocks. And then you take yourself forward, 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 and then down. And then as you go, we're going to hold here for a while, so don't rush into your kind of final shape. Take your time to wiggle the body and use the breath until you're eventually in your own unique full expression of the pose. Bring your right shoulder a little bit down, level to left. Again, maybe find a little more length in the spine. Maybe soften around that right ankle or right hip. Notice where you tend to pick up tension when you kind of pause in a shape. Good job, everyone. And then slowly bring yourself up. We'll move into a seated twist. So the bent right leg is kind of going to slide further under your left leg. And then you're going to bring your left foot across and over. So here, this left buttock might be quite high off the floor now. That's okay, but try and maneuver yourself so as much as possible you can get both sit bones equally grounded. You could sit on a pillow here. That helps quite a bit. Reaching both arms up. And then twisting to your left. So left fingertips behind you, right arm across, and you can look over your left shoulder. Nice. Bring your gaze forward. Keep your legs as they are. Move all the way kind of to your right. And then just take a little twist over to your right side now. It's not very deep. It's just a nice little movement in and around the shoulder blades and the neck. So nice. Come all the way back. And then simply switch. Left leg under right. Right foot across. You could take a little lift. So you try and, it's almost like you fit into yourself. And the more you do your yoga practice, the more you find, my teacher always says it's the origami of your own body. So you find your own way. I say it's almost like Tetris. So you're fitting yourself into yourself as you move into these poses. Draw both arms up. And then take a twist to your right. When you're ready, right hand behind you. Left arm is there to kind of help stabilize and maybe even take you a little deeper in the twist. Don't overdo it. Nice, and then let's bring the gaze forward. Remember, we're slowly unraveling all the way to our left now. Soften your head down, so tuck the chin. And then we'll come all the way up. You're going to have to kind of unravel, maneuver yourself to switch so that you're lying down on the length of your mat, and you'll bring both knees to chest. Back of the head to the floor, and you just take a little rock side to side. Let's place both feet down onto the mat, hip distance apart. Take both your arms up overhead, bridge pose, press into your feet, activate your glutes, and now just take a nice stretch out. Let your belly be really soft and nice inversion for the pelvis. And then from top to bottom, bringing your arms all the way up and back. Start to roll your spine down. Bring your arms back to starting position. Exhale down. Press into your feet. Inhale. Lift up. And then exhale to roll the spine down. One more like that. Press into your feet. Inhale, open the chest. And roll down, exhale. Beautiful. Slowly draw both knees to chest. And then we're going to go into plow pose. Alright, so the full plow pose will be both legs over your head until the toes touch the floor behind you. If that is not accessible to you, you're going to kind of rock yourself up so that you can hold your hands to your lower back and then just bend your knees to your forehead. So just see if that's accessible to you. If you can, legs straighten out and the toes tuck behind you. Alright, if neither of these options feel like they're working for you this evening, simply draw both legs up. You can even hold the legs, just invert them. If you're over here, then we'll just hold here another 3 or so breaths. Nice. And then let's all meet. Spines on the floor. Arms reach up. You can have a little bend in the knees and then just release through the ankles and the wrists. Keep going. Nice. Take a full body stretch. And then we'll just take a minute or two of Shavasana. So you could leave your arms up above you if that feels nice. If you're feeling any tension in your lower back, bend your knees. Lift your buttocks for a moment and place your hips back down. And then your inner knees could touch. Arms could rest either side of you. You could even rest your hands on your belly. Be completely present in the moment, in your body. As you lay here, really let go of the practice now. It's over, you've moved through it. Again, really let go of your day and your week. And simply allow yourself to just be here where you are now. A heart full of gratitude for yourself and your efforts. Gratitude for your body that's working so hard for you and that carries you through this lifetime. And slowly You can draw your knees to chest. You can give yourself a little rock side to side. And then when you're ready, rolling over, bringing yourself all the way up to sit. You can cross the legs, bring one hand and the other across the heart. Close your eyes for a moment, so just close your practice. Take 3 breaths to close it in any way you like. Maybe repeating your affirmation, a mantra, or just thanking yourself once more. I thank you all very much for sharing the practice this evening. Have a beautiful night, keep warm and stay safe. Thank you, everyone. Apologies again for the lack of the chats before class. It's actually one of my favorite parts, getting to connect to you guys and see how everyone's doing. So it was happy to stay on here for a little while. Love to hear how you guys are doing. How's your week been? I didn't see you guys yesterday, so how are you feeling since Tuesday's flow? Such a pleasure, Lee. Greg, I think everyone's bodies are quite tight. I know everyone's working really hard. I think I saw Dirkie was on here. I heard she nailed everyone's quads. So I think, I think next week we're going to get into the quads and the hamstrings a bit. How does that sound, guys? I was thinking working towards splits a little bit, and opening back line and front line, those kinds of movements. So let me know how you guys feel about that. I haven't gotten any specific requests yet for next week. So tomorrow will kind of be our last very core-inspired practice from Paolo. So if you want to join me, 12:30 is the intermediate practice. Koopa says, amazing first session. Thank you. Such a pleasure. I'm usually not so late. I don't walk in last minute, Koopa, but well done for getting here and thanks for joining. Bronwyn, good. So good to hear you guys enjoyed it. Renata, such a pleasure. Such a huge pleasure. Everyone's here because I didn't see who was all here before I started. Rocking moves, bird. Thank you so much. Back bends and heart openers. All right, so that we did 2 weeks ago, I think, Roz. But I think we could maybe work that into the splits type stuff. So I'll think about it. We'll make it nice and creative next week, guys. And just it's all these sessions are about what is going to serve you the best. That's why you come to flow. You don't come to flow because you need to achieve something, because you need to tick it off a list, anything like that. You come to flow because the practice is there to serve you, right? It's there to help for recovery, mobility. It's that movement we need for our bodies to rest and recover for all the other hard work that we're asking it to do. Otherwise, you're going to work, and you're going to make your body so hard and tense that something ends up breaking, right? It ends up snapping. You guys all saw that post I did a few weeks back. I bend so I don't break, right? So we keep our joints, we keep our tendons and our ligaments and our muscles healthy so that we can ask more of our body. Splits type stuff, says Tracy. Yay. Paolo, thank you. See you Tuesday. Such a pleasure, Paolo. Thank you for inspiring us this week. Cheryl says, lovely way to end a stormy Thursday, guys. Legit. I was actually not sure that our internet connection was going to last for that whole class. I was waiting for it to be wiped out. So I'm very glad that I could stay with you through the whole practice. Thank you. Haley says, thank you, it was great. I battled with balance and was getting frustrated in the beginning, but then I let go and just enjoyed the rest. Haley, exactly, exactly. And the thing about balance is, I mean, I've been practicing for how long, or I've done a specific pose how many times, and then one day you get on your mat and it's just not there, and it doesn't matter because what it's doing is it's just bringing you into yourself. So the pose is not the goal, the destination. It is the journey. So well done for sticking with it. The days when your balance is great, I promise you'll feel it because you just feel so connected and you feel so balanced. And then some days not. I guess, that's just how it goes. But well done for sticking out and just continuing with the practice. That's really what matters. Would never have imagined doing yoga at home like this. I know, Lisa, it's actually been really amazing. I mean, I miss my studio that I used to teach at. I miss being with real life people and being able to do adjustments and having people adjust me. I do miss that. But there's something very special that I found where people can practice in their homes. It takes the traveling away. It takes almost, it just becomes a lot more personal. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. All right, guys, let's see here. Cyan, feeling good. Definitely makes a difference doing both Tuesday and Thursday sessions. Thanks so much. Yay, Cyan. Thank you for saying that. Guys, 2 sessions minimum. Minimum is 2 sessions a week. So whether it's 2 beginners, 2 intermediates, 1 beginners, and 1 intermediate, get those 2 sessions in. I promise you, do it for a month and you're going to feel the difference and you're going to become just as addicted to your flow and just as dedicated to your flow as you are to your hits. Fantastic stretch. Was looking for you and finally found you. Yeah, Casey, I was looking for myself and I found myself as well getting into this session this evening. So yeah, I mean, the teaching and the practice really grounds me as well, guys. So thank you all for showing up here. I get a lot of thank yous from you guys, but from my side also, and I'm sure Dirkie and Suri feel the same. Is we're showing up, and it's just so great when you guys show up as well. We're here. We'll be here. So if you want to come, you know where to find us. And it's so nice to see all your faces pop up. So thank you everyone for joining. All right, guys, I think I'm going to jump off the line. Keep sending those requests for next week. I haven't settled on exactly what I want to teach yet. So keep sending those requests and then join me tomorrow if you have time, 12:30 for the intermediate practice. If you're still in your beginner stage, that's fine. Maybe redo one of the classes this week, or you could even redo a class from last week. But keep going, especially on weekends when there is no flow. It's up to you guys to continue that work. So thank you so much, everyone. Stay warm. Have a great weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. And thank you all just for showing up, for being here. I wish you a beautiful evening and a warm evening and a safe evening. Thanks, guys. Bye.